terrors of tripping on pop.
Be there! Scour the spaceways! Explore vast alien worlds!
This tin right here contains the whole rigmarole.
I used to smoke about an ounce of hash every day.
Good.
And it made me go a little bonkers.
Maybe if I occupy his mind with more duties, I can control his space.
Hi.
Big fat doobies.
Hi.
Hello, welcome to the Hotbox Day, Saturday, October 17th, 2020, episode 217. My name's Matt. That's Grand. What's up, Grand?
What's up, buddy? And you know what else we have today?
We got Vinter. Also, what's up, Vinter?
What's good, yo?
He is going to be joining us from now on until he doesn't feel like it anymore.
Sounds right.
Yeah, some people have a longer amount of time that they're able to deal with things before they turn into work, and then you're like, all right, well, I'm done with that. So,
Yep.
Yeah, it's always good to have another voice on.
Well, he's been talking enough. Figure we should just introduce him, you know?
Yeah, it's always weird when you're listening to a podcast and then, like, you know who you're listening to, and then there's, like, this random voice, and you're like, well, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that invading my headphones? I did not say that person could be up in my head. So
That was not okay.
hotboxpodcast.com, hotbox.earth. Check it out. That's the website. You can subscribe to the audio version of the podcast with RSS feed there. And, of course, doing this show live every Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific through the RDABS Discord. RDABS is a subreddit, sister subreddit to cannabis extracts over there on Reddit. So definitely check it out, RDABS. Top of the show, we'll discuss the 5-gram dab. It finally happened, of course, when I wasn't around, but that's fine. You know, I take your word for it that this footage has not been faked in any way.
I don't know. Video editing's getting pretty good these days.
It is. Is this a deep fake?
No, I am not that
We
good at
saw
video
it
editing.
live.
This is the reason why we have just audio going up now on the YouTube, is because I cannot video edit, so I'm not trying. If I can't even put two videos side by side and like have the patience for that, how would I fake this shit?
That's
I mean,
funny
I get it's
too,
only like
'cause
4 minutes, but still.
If y'all remember, he was talking a pretty big game about, oh, don't worry about it, I'll do it, I'll get them all caught up, and then he's like, well, that fucking sucks. How about I just throw up the album art and the audio?
Does that work? That works,
That works.
right? Yep.
Good
that
enough.
Works.
Good enough.
So if there's any video editors listening that would like to help us out, you know, let us know.
Yeah, if you want to do some thankless work, we got you.
Yep.
How was it? How are your lungs? You sound
It
a
was
little
absolutely terrible.
0 out of 10 would not
If
do.
you were to do it again, what would you do different?
Well, he'd do more. First of all,
I would actually do what somebody suggested and get a normal live resin gram and then get 4 grams of isolate with it. Because
interesting.
The terpenes are what got me.
The terps get you.
It is
yes.
There's a picture here. I'll post it from a voice chat. Let me get it again. But obviously I did not finish it. I nowhere near finished it. Obviously.
Did you?
It was just so bad. It was so bad.
How many reheats did you do? Or you were on the e-nail, so there was
I
no.
was on the e-nails. So I was just going until I stopped. And when I stopped, I turned off the e-nail.
How hot did you start?
600.
And where did it drop to at the peak? Did you notice?
It dropped to about 245.
What? Really?
And then rose
Holy
back up.
shit! I was thinking maybe like 400, but damn, that she was struggling.
Look at in the Hotbox Podcast channel. I posted a picture of what I poured out of my banger.
Is that all the reclaim?
That was what just was in my banger, not even went down the neck or anything like that.
Damn. And if
it
you're
looks better than some of the wax that I bought.
If you haven't watched it and you're just listening to this, definitely check it out. It's on the Hotbox YouTube channel, and we'll have links to it in the show notes here at hotboxpodcast.com. And I believe there's a Reddit post also about it. You should go flip an upvote too. We had a couple comments. Bob Donaldson a couple hours ago said, 5 grams dab went into the banger, but I don't even see you exhale any vapor. Just pretending to dab or something? What do you? What's your response to that? Were you pretending?
I think I actually did respond to that. Did I not?
Oh, did you?
Subreddit? I think I did.
Oh no, this was these are YouTube comments.
It's YouTube comments.
Yeah, boy, I haven't even gotten to the Reddit comments yet. You just wait.
Oh, man.
You hold your horses.
No, I absolutely did not finish it at all. As I just said, I got nowhere near finishing it. Like, pretty much, it started heating up to the point to the terps starting to vaporize, and once that happened, everything just went downhill so fast. Like, I don't even feel like I got to the THC. I did not get that high off it. It was just like fucking...
The terps killed you.
Yeah, the terps killed me. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, I felt insanely high off the 1G dab more than I did the 5G. Probably because I was able to finish the 1G.
Right, you got more cannabinoids in before the terps just kicked your throat in the nuts and were like, yep, we're closed for business.
Whereas this was just full-on terpenes, then died. Because it dropped down so low, and when it came up, it hit the terpene vaporization point, which terpenes vaporize at a lower temperature than THC.
So they all
I
went
believe so.
Probably before you even got to the cannabinoids.
Yep. And then, that's what I mean. Like, I'm dabbing off of the shit that I poured out of the banger, which, by the way...
And you'll probably
go for round 2 or what?
There's not that much left in there.
You'll probably get more high from dabbing that now too, since most of it's been decarboxylated. You won't have that loss in the vaporization process, so it'll just be straight up like THC. You could probably make some good, really good edibles with that, I would imagine.
Yeah, I could probably eat the rest of this and get pretty toasty. But it's been treating me pretty good dabbing it. But there was probably only like a half gram that I poured out of my banger, but I filled up an entire fucking reclaim thing.
Yeah,
it was.
I like how you tipped it forward when you were taking it,
as much as I could.
Like 5 grams, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you put it into like a 25 or a 30 millimeter diameter banger, like it fills up pretty quick, and then eventually you get to that next spout, and then it just right in the rig.
I was trying to avoid that as much as possible, but once the terpenes hit, everything was gone.
And that's a pretty good testament, because people are always like, oh, I want the terpiest shit you got. And it's like, you don't really understand what you're saying. Like, if you got the terpiest shit that there was, like, you would pretty much die from terpene.
If you were dabbing 100% terps, you would pretty much just die.
Were your glands in your throat swollen the next day? Were you all swole? Or not too bad?
Today is the next day.
Oh, you did this yesterday. That's right. My days are all fucked up.
It's not bad.
Are you swole? No, not too bad. Irritating?
No, I mean, a little bit. Like, my throat's a little raspy for sure. I'm coughing a lot more on dabs for a minute. Like, it's
Did you dab any more after that? Like yesterday?
Oh yeah, like an hour after that, I dabbed some real stuff, and it was so much more pleasant. I was just like, ooh, and then I was like, oh god, it hurts, but it was just so much more tastier and better.
Yeah,
and that's weird. That, like you said, it's kind of a testament. Like, you don't want an overwhelming amount of terps. You need a balance of everything. Yeah. Like, yes, there was terps in there, and it tasted very good, but there was still everything else in there to balance everything out.
Yeah. It definitely, that's the definition of the dose makes the poison.
I definitely think, like I said, if I was going to do it again, I would do a gram of normal live resin or whatever, or even maybe a gram of terp sauce and then 4 grams of isolate, like THC ISO.
Yeah, and you could even spread it around the different cannabinoids if you were able to get a hold of like
Delta 8
CBN, isolate. All of those are like crystalline structures, so you could get CBN, CBD in there, and then CBG. Then you could go for like your Delta 8, Delta 9, and have like a really nice.
Damn! Oh my God! We cannot give anybody bad ideas.
Yeah, that extra full spectrum like I do.
Yeah,
all that shit.
Vint's all about that shit. Vint probably has the highest tolerance of all of us here.
So is the next challenge, and this might be down the road, but is the next challenge a 5 gram a dab of everything like we just said, like a normal live resin and a THC isolate,
I would
CBD
just make
isolate, CBDN ISO, and then a Delta 8 ISO?
I would make this separation and call it a 5 gram cannabinoid dab versus a 5 gram dab. Like terpene dab. Because I'd be curious, you have the do they sell, like in the dabs that you get there, do they have like the terpenes listed on their packaging?
No.
Okay, so you don't really
you
know.
can go on the website and look it up. I can.
Okay. I would just be
but,
curious what those all tested at and actually what percentage of cannabinoid 2 terpene you actually ended up dabbing.
You know,
Because I bet you, I'm willing to bet if those were, let's say, 10% terps on the high end, that's 50% terps by the time you have 5 of them, right?
How that works?
No. That's stoner mouth.
50% of it when you add 5.
Either way.
Yeah, it's a lot. You know what I'm
It's a
saying.
lot, and it's harsh,
And
and
it's-
it will burn your throat.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying. Chris Tosh on the YouTube says not finishing it. He'll be finishing it throughout the next couple weeks.
A
But
couple days, if not already.
you're a baller, man. I wouldn't have done that.
That hurt. I
Did
absolutely
you-
did not finish it. I'm sorry. If anybody else can, of live resin, I want to see live resin like me, not regular.
Not
I want
regular
live.
resin, you guys. Not epoxy. We're talking
Why not just
live.
pipe resin?
Yeah, 5
Yeah,
grams of pipe
No,
resin
we've seen that. We've seen that.
dabbed. Ugh.
We've seen somebody do wet pipe resin.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Do we have that on the podcast today?
Oh, and then
Podcast.
Terpy Derpy there on the subreddit mentioned about not weighing the dab on camera. So you were kind of sus not doing that. He said it was a missed opportunity, although I doubt that was anything short of 5 grams. Also, kudos for tilting the rig. That shows you went in with intent.
I responded to that one.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read my response.
I bought 5 single grams and put them in one, but yes, you're right. I'm a bitch, and I should have brought out the scale and shown it on cam. But if I'm going in, I'm going in.
I really love how you just went fuck it after trying to get it onto the tool.
He
Just
like
dropped it into the banger.
drops it on the fucking floor and then picks it up.
It was the mat,
I know,
but still, dude, like I was sitting there trying, and it's like this little thing, and I'm just like, this isn't gonna work. And I just grabbed it and threw it in, and then I just hear Vint go, "Oh shit!" You can hear it in the recording too. It's
That's
hilarious.
awesome. Oh shit, he actually fucking did it.
Didn't expect it.
So no hernias or anything, no negative effects.
No, after the video ended, I went and threw up for 15 minutes.
Did you really?
And then
Are you serious?
I sweated profusely for the next half
Yeah,
hour
you
to
did.
45 minutes.
Yeah, you did.
That combined with the coughing is called exhaling the dab demon.
Dude, that coughing was exorcist level. Fuck yeah,
That was
man. Well,
terrifying. I was genuinely concerned for your health.
Should we have Dabbot play the audio and listen?
oh, no, that it's such awful. It's such bad audio. No.
It was
Wait.
bad.
We'll
It
not
was
subject
bad.
the audio podcast listeners to that, but definitely hit up the YouTube or the subreddit and check out the links to it in the show notes here at hotbox.earth, and you can watch it. Wanted to discuss some caps, different kinds of caps. These days there are all sorts of carb caps, spinner caps, directionals, bubble caps, all sorts. Kind of curious what everyone's favorite is. What's your go-to cap? And then bangers. Again, talking about the different, like the Terp Slurpers and the new Tourbillons by Eros 4.0. Those are pretty sweet. They just use a marble there to seal off the top. If you've never seen one, it's got like 2 slits in the, like, kind of towards the middle of the bucket, and then you seal it with a marble, kind of like you do a Terp Slurper, but sealing that directs all the air through the slits, which spin pretty much anything you
Ooh.
put in it. So those are pretty sweet. And Eros 4.0 makes some cool rigs also. He's got some cool stuff under his belt. And yeah, so what do you guys use, Gran? What's your go-to?
I have, and apparently this is a rarity, but I bought a China Gordo Scientific ripoff.
Okay, the Riptide. Yeah, that's a dope style. Those really function well.
Which, yes, this one functions beautifully and just spins everything. And I love that you can go from a spinner to a ball, a regular. God damn it!
just
regular bubble
like
cap.
bubble cap, basically.
Yeah, a regular straight bubble cap to a regular spinner, which is nice because you can change it up literally at the top of a movement finger. That's it.
Yeah, and you know
I
that
really
was
wanted one of those GTRs.
you know that was a good design too, because you see those tips on like a bunch of other glass artists caps. It's like I don't know if they actually get them from Gordo or if someone else makes them or if they're just China tips. But yeah, you see everyone using them because they work the best. There's no guessing. Like the ones that have the two kind of udder nipple,
The two nipples.
looking the nips, looking like
The
you
nips,
gotta.
like-
Sometimes you have to. Face it like a certain way, otherwise it just doesn't spin at all. You have to have
I didn't
that
have good
air.
luck with those.
Yeah, and
They have to be done really well.
they're hit and miss for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, when you attach one of those GTR tips to the end of a bubble cap that seals
It's
really
just
nice.
done.
It's that's pretty much the epitome of the spinner caps, I think.
What do you use, Vin?
I have a normal directional bubble cap. I also have a Zach Brown, and I just got a blanking on the name, a spectator glass spinner cap from
Yeah.
the server.
Nice.
There was one that you got that looked really nice. That has like that opal in it and gem.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just traded that one off to Eastern Dank
Oh,
for
oh, really?
the new spinner cap. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that was a cool cap. I like that one.
I use my Zach Brown a little bit. I'm been more into using like the Terp pearls, so I use that Jake C spinner cap that my buddy gave me.
It's such a
'cause,
nice
like,
cap.
there's nothing. I don't own anything cap
I
wise
wouldn't
that
use
even
any other
like
cap if I owned that cap.
yeah.
How much
it's,
is it?
They go for like 800 to 1,000 depending on.
Are you fucking kidding
well,
me?
Jake C stuff is expensive, and again,
Let's
like
see
I
it.
would.
Do you have it?
It's downstairs.
Oh,
But I'm sure there's pictures of it on Instagram. But
that's nuts.
yeah, I've
What's
been
it-
using
what's
that
it-
with the heat miser, and pretty much like once you use that, because it does have that GTR tip on it, it like there's nothing really compares, even with or
Right.
without the pearls, like you were saying. Like it just spins the oil so nicely, and it fits
Yep.
the heat miser 25 mil bucket like perfectly. So that's kind of been my go-to. Before that I used a lot of Philpott like directionals. I liked how he would make them to where they would seal perfectly. They have that nice Razor Maria. And not like how ZB's Razor Marias, I guess, are like they're super thin, right? They're like paper thin. But Philpott, the way he does them, they're still nice and thick, but they go down to a real sharp edge. So it's an actual like razor. Like you could cut paper with it and it wouldn't just crumble into glass,
would just shatter.
glass dust. But yeah, his the way he would make them with a slit in there, they would move really well. But that was back when everyone was using directional caps, so the whole point of it was to spin it. Nowadays with the spinner caps, if you have the GTR version, you really just set it there. You don't have to really touch it or anything. Which
Yeah,
is,
they're just set and go.
yeah. So
Ow.
as far as like terp slurpers and stuff, I really never got into them. I see that sometimes they go like the real ones go for like $1,000 on IG auctions, which
Wow.
to me, I mean, yeah, I own that cap. I wouldn't have bought it if it was like, you know, if I had to buy it, like I just wouldn't spend that much on a cap personally, but I definitely to have it, like it is super sweet. If somebody gave me a terp slurper, sure, I would use it, but I keep coming back to like simplicity and like purest kind of, I like just the straight up quartz heat misers. They're nice, they're thick, the welds are clean. And like, I don't know, I've used a bunch of other ones and I just keep coming back to that. Or the knot, of course.
You know, I tried the Terp Slipper like when they first came out, but I used it wrong. Like it was when just people like just use it with the marble cap on top. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It wasn't until recently people started putting like cylinders in and making them basically what the Indux vape does. Like it spins that metal rod around. You're basically just spinning like that glass.
I think with that way it can be a lot more efficient, better.
Yeah.
I would love to try it that way. It's hard to beat a bucket in marble or a bucket and insert in marble,
Yeah.
bro. It's just
Or a knot.
or a knot apparently, dude.
I'm a
You
big
want to
fan.
say? You make me want to say, just send me the fucking knot now.
Oh, I got you.
God damn it.
I got two left. So
I'm a big fan of the round bottoms.
Yeah, the round
need to
bottoms
try
are
one of
sweet.
those.
They're super nice for cold starts, at least the miser round bottoms, the economizers, because they're a little thinner, so you'll heat up your dab a little faster than you do on the heat misers that are like 4 or 5 mil thick, as opposed to like 2 or 3.
Do you guys
But yeah, we'll
know?
talk about the Terp Slurper a little bit more when we get into stuff from the RDAB subreddit after the break. It's time.
Yes.
Time for the break. Is that what you were getting to? I brought dabs this time. I'm not just smoking flower, you guys. Look at me.
What?
This episode of the Hot Box is brought to you by Gary's Glass Adventure. Go to garysglassadventure.com and check out his shop for any of your dabbing needs. Gary's Glass has quality German quartz and bangers of all sorts. They come in all sizes, 10, 14, and 18 millimeter. Also available are quality ruby pearls and rigs from a variety of artists. Again, that's garysglassadventure.com. Use promo code R/dabs710 to get 10% off your order. This episode is also brought to you by Sweet Piece of Glass. Spog is an amazing website with lots of great pieces and a large assortment of accessories from artists like Chappelle Glass, Unlimited Glass, and Glassmith. Quartz by Jake Miser and J Red Glass. There's almost nothing you can't find from Spog. Matt always takes care of his customers, and if you're in the Discord, he'll often give you a deal. So join the Discord and check out his shop to pick out your very own functional piece of art. He can be found at sweetpieceofglass.com and in the Discord.
Ooh, so it's my turn to talk now while Matt takes his dab. Damn.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna take it hot too. Fuck it.
Look at me Freudian slipping while I'm dabbing. Ooh, man, that diamond knot does look really nice, I gotta say. And I'm kind of sad that we don't have the video posted, because I would be able to say, look at the video on Hotbox, well, on the YouTube channel, and you'd be able to see it, but only you people live can see it. So if you want to see that, come see us live, and you can watch how we dab and what we dab and the stupid shit we do.
Oh, baby. And there are, if you go to the dab subreddit and search Diamond Knot, you'll find a few of the videos I've posted. I think
You should be able to find a few on the Reddit. They're getting more popular, so people are posting a lot more videos.
I know there's 3 or 4 specifically I've posted, and then, yeah, there's a few other cats that have posted a couple.
And then if you come into the Discord, I'm sure if you ask Matt, he will come in as well.
I will.
Try and do another dab. And cough his ass off, because apparently...
Oh, yeah. I'm old, baby.
Yes.
I got old lungs, and my lungs inhaled lots of nasty shit.
Haven't been that good shit, huh?
Baby, my friends in high school used to like to huff gas, baby. Not saying I ever did it, but I tell you, I've been in the room while they did it, and that shit stinks.
But you're not saying you didn't ever not do it.
I'm not saying I didn't do it. I'm not saying I did. I'll tell you, though, I like the way gas smells.
Goddamn. We're just a coughing symphony right now.
So, from our dabs, I thought this was kind of cool. User Fogged Up Glass posted the Terp Screw. You guys seen these things? It goes in the Terp Slurper and sits in kind of like the mushrooms do, but instead of a mushroom, fix my camera there. Instead of the mushroom head, it's a screw head. And instead of a mushroom stem, it is a screw. But yeah.
Very apt description.
Thank you.
I actually have a mushroom that's in my garage right now that I used for my Terp Slipper.
I got A's in creative writing, so there we go. But yeah, watch.
That screw there is really, really cool. It kind of holds the air a little bit so it spins. That's sick. I want that.
I don't know how much like the screw part itself is actually wiping the oil around it as much as maybe just the.
But it looks really cool, right?
It does. It looks really cool. I will give them that.
That's what matters. That's what owners care about.
Yeah. No, I feel it. We're 80% look, 20% function.
It does look bad as shit. God damn it. I hate this.
Who's making the screws these days? I wonder.
Who's not? Probably
Takota,
everybody now.
That's it. Yeah, Takota.
Everybody will be making it within the next week. You know
but
that.
Takota was the first. And that dude, you all follow that dude on Instagram. That dude wiles out sometimes. He's a pretty
Who
interesting.
started making? Was it Gordo that made the first kind of that like spiral thing?
The GTR?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not exactly sure if he got it from somebody. He's the one everyone knows for it. So Free Monster Mash says, feel like I'll never be dabbing big enough to have a slurper. Grand Zombie, next time put the 5G on top of the screw and cold start it.
Damn.
Could you imagine trying to cold start 5 grams?
Lord.
Just like packed and mashed into the banger.
You probably have like another. You should have a cap on top filled with it and let it drip in slowly.
Yeah, right. Like as there's room for more, it just adds. It's like the forever fucking recycler.
Bubble cap 100% full of disty.
Yeah. Oh god. Could not.
You really are trying to kill me, aren't you?
Yes, it will happen one day.
Like you guys are determined to make me the first person to die of weed. You want me to be a statistic, don't you?
Oh no,
I'm just an idea guy. That's the people who get people in trouble.
I almost got crushed by a big old fucking super sack of weed. So if anything, it's probably gonna be me.
That is a really nice screw and ball combo, I gotta say.
Yeah, nice screws and nice balls, you guys.
Screw
It's
ball.
real nice. Let's see. Vinter, our boy here, posted. I don't know why my internet's taking forever to load, or is it just Reddit?
Apparently that
Is it
one's
me?
just Reddit. Nope. I got it. Your internet sucks.
Take us, please.
All right. Well, Vinter apparently went in too cold, then went in for a reheat, and then hit it a little too hot. Came in a little spicy.
It was a little spicy.
We call that the Little Red Riding Hood.
The Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah. Is she the one that the porridge was too hot and too cold? Or is that somebody else?
Yeah, that's right. Apparently
Okay.
he got Mama Bear and Papa Bear and didn't. No, he got Mama Bear and Papa Bear, but didn't get
Goldilocks.
Baby
What?
Bear or some shit.
Goldilocks. What are y'all talking about?
Goldilocks.
Yeah,
thank you.
Goldilocks. That's it.
Thank
I don't
you.
know. We're sheltered.
Stoners.
Thank you. No,
Stoners,
he's
yeah, we're
right.
Stoners.
I was having a Mandala moment.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, he hit that for like a good 10 seconds afterwards, and then
Yeah.
just milked the hell out of it so quick. Just took it all, to the face.
And the thing with like reheat general, like you gotta be familiar with the thickness of your banger and also with the amount of oil you put in. Because if you put in a bunch one time and then you gotta heat it a decent amount and then you put in like a little bit next time and you heat it the same amount, like you're gonna burn the shit out of that shit because there's not as much like insulating it.
I was
and- yeah.
reheating it like I was actually going in for a cold start, and that was my mistake.
right. Yeah, that'll get you. It looked so spicy at the end there. Just
Oh man,
clapped you,
all
clapping
at
them
once.
cheeks.
They got me all at once.
Well, apparently you could have got 10% more. Also, I would like to apply for the best segue into the next segment. Just saying, because apparently, according to user 420 Moshdad, if your rig is full of UV, the terps taste 10% better, scientifically speaking.
Yep, that is
Well,
true. As
Scientifically speaking, if your rig is purple, you'll also get way higher.
That's true.
it depends if it's China purple or like a purple rain or something like that.
So if your rig was real purple and full of UV, you would have been way better, plus 10% scientifically better.
Totally, yeah.
All right, you heard it here first, guys. Go out and get purple UV rigs.
I think, and I can't seem to get any of these to load, so that's fun. But I
Is
believe
it now time
it's,
to read the disclaimer?
it's
The
been
first comment says, "Oh my God, the stoner equivalent of that sticker added 20 ponies right
yeah.
there."
That's it, right? These custom exhaust tips and these stickers add at least 20 HP.
I hate you guys.
It's true. It's true. I'm curious though. Like I used to really, really like UV glass when I was first getting started, like collecting glass and stuff. But then it kind of like not gimmick, but like the flair of it kind of wore off after a while, and like then I kind of started thinking like, well, how often do you really dab in the blacklight? Like I used to a lot when I was in my 20s, not dabbing stuff because we weren't dabbing back then, but like it was all about like those velvet blacklight posters, right? And like crazy blacklight reflective paint and all that shit. And like taking out the fluorescent bulbs and putting black light bulbs in. Like everything was black light for me back then, at least. So it would have made more sense. But like nowadays, I mean, I have like a black light and I have a couple bulbs and stuff for when I'm taking pictures and shit for a sweet piece of glass. But when I'm dabbing, like I don't usually turn the
Right, how
lights
often
off
are you gonna actually
and
use that
like
shit?
I hold the light, I guess, and then dab and like just kind of oogle over it. I don't know. I don't really. It is a cool thing if you're in a place that has like a lot of built-in black lights. Sometimes these glass shows have like full rooms that are like just black light dab sesh kind of shit. But yeah, for everyday use, I don't know. I kind of
Right.
I like something that's a little more worked or something that's like cool colors. Like this thing, super simple, but like really cool Blue Dream and Sublime green
Yeah, I do like that.
colors. And like it rips really good. The only thing I do different on this is take away the 18 mil. That's right. That's a big boy.
Oh, wow.
18. Look at it. Feel it. And maybe go with like a 14 and maybe a female. But everything was male joints back then. So, you know, here we
Freeman
are.
in the Hotbox podcast chat on the Discord says, "Damn, only my rig accents are UV. What percentage is that?"
That's
Mint says 1%.
Probably
I say
two,
like 5.
1 to 2, maybe 5. It depends how much of
How
it,
much?
I guess, is
Yeah.
Yeah.
accented. And with what colors? Like Illuminati, I'd say that gives you a little more because they don't make that anymore.
Illuminati, really?
Yeah. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I like it. I still have a bunch of UV stuff, but it's not something that I actively look for in a piece anymore. Blue V, that used to be my favorite. That was like my jam.
Blue V?
Blue V. Yeah, it's like
blue
clearish. It's kind of clearish, maybe slightly, like ever so gently, kind of like a LaCroix taste, like just a tiny amount of blue. But then when you hit it with the UV light, it's just like super like neon
Really?
blue. Yeah, it's really sweet.
So there is one kind of glowing glass that I would love to see. I don't know if I would love to have it, but I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of this, but uranium glass.
like 235. What are we talking
Like
here?
actual, I believe they use actual
Radioactive.
No, well, it is. It is radioactive. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is radioactive,
Huh.
and it is well known. Freeman knows this, but they actually use depleted uranium, I believe. So like, it's extremely, extremely low amounts, but it still is
Right.
radioactive. But it gives it enough. Like they add something else to it to actually make it glow.
Crazy.
Like it fucking glows green.
Like itself. It's like glow in the dark, not like UV
No.
reactive.
No, it just glows.
Like itself.
It's not
'Cause
yeah,
it's
it's not glowing in the
radioactive,
dark
dog.
or anything like that. It just glows, bro.
That's crazy.
Like they used to do that back in like the 50s a lot. Like they have glasses that they look yellow, like in the sunlight when it's really bright, like they look yellow. But when you bring it in like a darker area, they glow green, like a really neon green shit. It's
pretty
really
cool.
cool, but I don't know how safe that is.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of like cadmium colors and stuff like that, but I've never actually heard of the uranium. That's interesting. I'll put a link to that wiki page if anyone wants to read more about it in the show notes.
Apparently, Freeman says it doesn't really glow that much. He's heard, but from it must be in like pitch black that I've seen that it like glows a really cool like is it
A
UV
radioactive
light?
green.
It might be under UV light then. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Shut up! You don't have to make
Are you,
fun of
are
it.
you sure this isn't a Simpsons episode
That's
you're
what
thinking
it
of?
is.
Oh shit, there it is.
Yeah, look how cool that is.
Damn.
Yeah, it's literally like glowing radioactive green.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
like radioactive, like gamma green.
Like, is it just not enough, like, beams
it's
or
still
particles to,
radioactive,
like,
but it's
break
so
bonds?
it's just such a low amount that it's not
Huh.
like
We have
dangerous as fuck.
no idea what we're talking about.
No,
Next
no, we
one,
don't.
user VR69. If I dab in my room, will it stink it up? Says, I don't
Yes.
feel like going anywhere to smoke. I don't want my room to smell like weed. Will it smell like when I smoke it? First dab ever. Welcome, first of all.
Nice.
dab
Yeah,
ever.
welcome. A little bit, yes, but not for long. Put the window down and blow it out
Definitely-
the window. You'll probably be fine.
Yeah, it depends on a few things. It depends on what you're dabbing, how much like terps and actual weed shit are still in there. If you're dabbing raw disty, I would say like you're not gonna have a whole lot of residual smell as opposed to dabbing like some crazy fucking hash rosin or some fucking live resin, you know. And then it obviously the dabs aren't going to smell near as much as like smoking actual flower combusting.
Yes.
But they do still have a smell to them.
It smells less than vaping dry herb too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then that also depends on the sensitivity to the smell of the people smelling it. So like my mom, because she doesn't smoke, doesn't dab, doesn't do anything like that. She's super sensitive to that smell. So she'll smell it on my clothes from like 3 days ago or some shit and know that like I've
Dude,
been dabbing,
I've got a story for y'all.
It just depends.
So, I started a new job. Matthew?
Go on.
Well, I was in Rod for blowing. I was in on a day where it was just me and the bosses and shit like that, and like one other guy, and we were just like doing some busy work and stuff, kind of getting some hours. And I apparently put on. It was dark when I got dressed this morning, but I apparently put on a pair of jeans that I already wore a day before. And I don't know what I did in them, but like I reeked of weed. So I was in work around the bosses where it was just me and like one other guy. So they all smelled it, obviously. And we were walking out of the plant for a break one time, and they're like, all right, we're going to go smoke. And the guy just goes, Jimmy doesn't smoke. And he goes, yeah, he does. He smokes weed. And I'm just like,
sure he does. Your
God
pockets
damn
told
it.
us everything, son. Come
just
with
like
us.
completely tossed in front of a bus. Like, God damn it.
Were they?
And I was
were
just
they?
like,
were they?
I didn't even say anything. I was just,
Were they cool about it? At least
yeah, they were cool about it and funny about it.
they
but
smoked
like,
too, right?
I was just like, yeah, probably. I was just
Yeah.
like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he just
Yeah.
laughed about it, and that's it.
And I mean, if you're that concerned about it, I would build some sort of like filter fan box kind of situation, and then just stuff the fuck out of it with dryer sheets. But
Yeah.
you always, even if you're blowing your hits out of dryer sheets, you're always gonna have that residual from the nail or whatever.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
unless
true.
you're using a cart. I guess a cart would probably be the one way you're gonna get, you know, almost all of it out through the dryer sheet. But those
Yeah.
worked really well. Me and my brother used to play a game with our mom when she would go to work, and we would pick a room in the house and we'd smoke in it, and we would just blow our hits through the dryer tube. And then when she'd get home, we would be like, hey, we smoked in the house. Can you figure out which room it was? And she would get mad. But fun
She
times.
would get mad.
No, you didn't. Yes, we did. Which room?
Yes, we did. Find out. That's terrible.
Fuck around and find out, mama.
No, I remember when I was younger doing that shit. And my mom would always be like, I smell it, I know it. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can't prove it. This one I thought was kind of cool if it ever fucking loads.
Damn, your
Oh.
internet is just being
Oh,
a
wait.
butthole to you today.
Here we go.
Oh, it's loading?
Here we go.
Oh.
Come on. Nope, sorry. There doesn't
Can't
seem to be
stop me
anything
now.
there.
Oh, yeah, you can stop me now, apparently.
Did that one get deleted? I thought it was funny because it was like some chick dabbing out her landlord or something.
Oh, yeah, it got deleted.
Did it?
What
Okay.
was it? What was going on?
This chick was just dabbing out her landlord. I'm guessing when her landlord realized that she had gotten posted on Reddit, maybe she was like, I'm going to need you to take that down.
I'm going to need you to take that down.
And then I thought this
that's
was cool.
funny.
The Bad Back Dab 405 posted a real nice, clean looking video. I thought it'd be cool if we maybe every episode had like the dab shot of the week or something like that. If we did, this would be my nomination for it.
You know what? We're going to start that from now on.
I think that'd be kind of fun. I think
Yeah.
this was we could judge them, grade them. This was a nice zoomed in tight shot of the banger and the melt, which is always
Okay.
nice.
Okay,
got
so
a
give your
nice-
full evaluation.
A nice pearl in there, maybe a little hot, based on the residuals.
Now, do you think that's a sapphire pearl in there?
That's hard to tell unless it's in
Looks
the
like some
comments.
sort of like crushed opal.
Yeah, I don't know. And again, I'm only going by
Yeah, that's definitely a black, like a glass with black in it, like crushed opal, like you said. I see it now. Okay, so I agree. It is very beautiful shot wise. It's very zoomed in. It is a little hot. I will definitely agree with that. It's a little hot. I can see that he likes him a little hot though, because if you look in the neck on the left side, you can see some black.
Yeah.
And
that could also
that's
just
okay.
be from like a residual going down the neck and then him
Nah,
like, torch
because at the
cleaning
top
it.
of the banger too, when he has his hand putting it in, you can actually see some at the joint where it connects. You
Yeah.
can see some on the inside of the banger there too, and it even looks like it starts to burn at the end of that hit.
Yeah.
I think he likes them a little hot, but that cap's really nice. It spins really nice. That's not a go to rip.
It's a pretty
tight either.
pretty monstrous pearl.
Yeah, it is a big pearl.
Seems big.
It is a good one though. I will give it I'll give it a 7.
I like how it takes a sec to get it spinning because it's so big. It's like
The pearl's a little big for the hanger.
Yeah, I
it
agree.
works though. It wipes.
I'm gonna go with the 7 on this one.
But you can see like
honestly-
as the oil kind of moves up towards the top of the cap, like it looks like it's cooking, cooking
Yeah.
pretty good.
I feel like the banger is too short, in my opinion. But
Yes.
that's just me being nitpicky.
I think I agree actually.
Don't banger
So-
gatekeep.
If you had to give it a
Gateway.
1 out of 10, Matt, what would you give it?
Out of 10, I'd say that's probably a strong 6 or 7. I'd give it probably 7.
Okay, 7, and I give it a 7 Vint.
Yeah,
I'll give
What
it a
do you
7. Yeah.
7s.
The-
Lucky 7s.
The quality of
across
the
board.
shot is good. I just would have made different choices on the equipment.
Right. It's still decent. I that's what I say. I like the cap. It's not a cap you see a lot. The pearl was a little bit big. It was a little bit hot, but it was still a good dab. So yeah, it's
was
7,
good
and
dab.
that's 21 altogether. So
Not
let's
bad.
see if next week we can beat 21.
All right. Chalk it up, baby. 21, lucky 21.
It's not a bad start though.
Leafly posting up in the news some hot strains. I don't know. Are these hot strains? 9 of them. Hot gelato crosses, vanilla frosting. Is that are you guys familiar with that at all?
I have heard a lot of gelato.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of gelato, but vanilla frosting, have you heard?
I have not heard of that, but
specifically?
I really want to try it now. That is a beautiful flower though. That's Skittles crossed with Z Monkey.
These
from
guys
Trees Farm in California.
these
That looks
guys-
beautiful, like black fucking leaves.
on that vanilla frosting, they say it blew the roof off a 20-foot tall greenhouse in Humboldt. They said that the farmer had to actually remove the ceiling to let the plants finish because they got so big. The grower was just so happy. He was giddy
I
up.
bet.
Yeah, right. Some
You
monsters.
know, I wonder on topping of that because you can let a plant run. I mean, like I've had 9-foot plants before too, but again, I grow indoors as well though, so it's different for me. Whereas he can get all the light he freaking needs.
So, it sounds like this year everyone gonna be rinsing that life up again, just like last year. They say a lot of runts is coming down.
Oh, really?
Runts
Why
quality
is
will.
Runt so big?
It's just the name,
It's
right?
really
It's-
overhyped right now.
Yeah, it's marketing and hype, and the rap song "Runts Your Life Up," RYLU, baby, faux life. You know the game, you know. They say runts quality will vary widely this year because pounds of A-grade white runts fetch $5,500 on the East Coast street, and that attracts con artists. Look closely for these small, white, dense, purplish runts nugs, and don't pay top dollar for anything weathered, brown, or green. Growing runts outdoors is tricky to master. It's better small and compact indoors than as a field of trees. Masters coax out notes of candied fruit and creamy berry grape gas. Shut up, dog. It tastes like weed. Shit. Runts
Come on,
potency-
there's little bits of taste
Well,
to things.
yeah, no, I know there is. It's just that sometimes they write about it and it's like so over the top. Like, okay, bro,
Stretching.
chill the fuck
They're
out.
just reaching for words.
Yeah.
It does look nice though. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a very nice bud. That's
Runts was pretty good. I don't know.
It is. It's
best
just so
strain, but it
over
depends where
fucking
you're
it.
at. Like region really matters
That's
in this
white
kind of
runs as
stuff.
well.
This is pretty good though.
Yeah.
That looks like it was harvested early as well. They're trying to get that purple look with the white THC on it, which sells really well because it looks amazing, but it's not very mature. It looks like they cut it like 2 weeks early.
And then they say Fatso is for gas lovers, OG lovers, and GMO cookie lovers. Colorado breeder Canorado crossed GMO cookies and Legend OG to make Fatso, and it's been gaining ground thanks to the two great tastes it brings together. On its own, GMO cookies dominated in 2020. It's a savory counterpoint to all the dessert strains, ultra high, yes, in THC. GMO dumps resin for hash makers. There's definitely a lot of GMO. That's one like people in pretty much every state have heard of, if not actually dabbed. And
GMO
actually,
is a big one.
not one of my favorites. I definitely
I'm
am
not a fan
fan.
of GMO either. It's another one that's overhyped, I think.
Well, that and like I don't like that food kind of like gross smell for my weed. I'm more of a
However,
fruity, sugary, sweet guy.
I will say I feel like it's either you don't like GMO or
You
that's
love
your
it.
fucking
Yeah.
shit.
Love it or hate
Like,
Yeah.
like you need that. Like there are purists of GMO. I know there are. Like
Yeah.
I've met them, and they're just like, it's the best thing ever. I only smoke GMO. I'm like, okay, I don't like it. Like that's all on your cannabinoid system as well.
Right, yeah. And what you smell in your brain is like, yes, you want those cannabinoids and terpenes. Or,
Right.
no, that smells
Do
gross, you
bruh.
don't want them.
Do you, bruh?
Super glue, forbidden lemon glue,
Ooh, that sounds good.
forbidden fruit, cross, cherry pie, and tangy, and lemon glue, which is lemon tree and glue 75%.
It looks really nice, like a really purple inner core with the light green outer core.
I like a lot of those strains for sure. Like the forbidden fruit is killer. Cherry pie is always good. Tangy, always good on the terps. Hit and miss as far as like finding seeds in it, at least here in Oregon.
Probably just a really
Or here
hermaphroditic
in
strain.
Eugene. Yeah, I think a lot of people, because it's like got such a crazy terp profile, a lot of people bred it with other shit and then just didn't like make their shit stable. So any like little minor stresses in growing it, it just like pops beans out. I don't know. I'm not a grower.
Right. Well, I know a lot of times too, if you let your stuff go long, it'll actually start popping seeds because it starts stressing and hermaphroditing out.
Yeah.
So just people trying to get more out of it will seed it out.
Yeah. Lemon, lava cake, wedding cake, ice cream cake, all those. Those
Oh
were
my
pretty
God.
popping this year as well.
So I've never heard of this one. Have you? Cheetah piss?
No.
Yes, man.
Is that for real?
Real.
There's one in Montana a while back I remember called dog shit, and that was like a legit strain. It was really good. It smelled kind of like dog shit, but man,
There was someone near me selling zips of cheetah piss for $450, and I just think, why do that when I can buy a slab for the same price? Yes,
Holy
flour.
shit. Yeah,
That's a cheetah
anything.
piss, exotic air quotes flour
Fuck that.
for $450 a zip.
What?
I can get shatter for less.
Yeah, if you call your shit exotic, it automatically kind of makes me just not want to like deal with you. I guess I don't know.
Why would
that's
you do that?
Always sus.
The thing is, he sells it like that. People buy it up.
What?
Yeah.
Custies buy
Because
it up.
it's a hype strain. Everybody likes cookies for whatever reason. I still don't really fully understand that whole like movement. I guess maybe they were good when they first got going, and then everyone became like a hardcore loyalist to them. I don't know. Any cookies that I've ever tried, like actually in California in Humboldt at the shops, wasn't that great, to be honest. For how much it was, like.
Cookies was okay. It just got overused to hell.
Yeah.
Like because everybody likes it.
Buying up prepackaged eights in those cartoon packaging.
Well, that I understand, like black market, but like
all
going
that
to
Mylar.
going to shops and stuff, like it should be a little better. I don't know, maybe not.
He was expecting more.
The hype follows everywhere.
Yeah,
It does.
They
hype
say
is real.
Magic Melon took the #1 spot at Humboldt Seed Company in 2020, selling 124,000 seeds and clones because it grows well outdoors and yields pounds of evanescent melony smells, plus moderate to high levels of THC. Magic Melon has just enough sativa energy to stay engaged without so much that you take a personal inventory of your life's failings. You guys ever do that? Just get fucking hell blazed and then start like going over where you made wrong turns in life.
This is where I fucked up in my life. And I made it to here.
And now I'm going to cry myself to sleep again. Good night, everybody.
I need the dab real quick before I go.
That's awesome. Let's see. Fruit salad, papaya punch.
Yummy.
I got some. I'll
Fruit
kind of want to
salad.
talk about this real quick. I got some purple candy at the shop the other day, and it's supposed to be a purple punch Tangy cross, which I was like, hell yeah, that sounds like it would be amazing. And it looked really nice. Of course, you still can't smell it because of the virus and all that shit.
Right.
So I got it, and it just didn't, like, the buds are good, and it gets you kind of stoned and everything, but, like, it didn't taste what I was hoping, like, a purple punch Tangy cross would taste. It was just, like, super lacking. Maybe, it wasn't really that old. Like, I checked the harvest date and everything, and it was just within the month, so it wasn't, like, old or anything, but, yeah, I don't know, just not a great cut of it, I guess.
Yeah. Must not be, you know?
It happens. Hit and miss. I should have just stuck with the Durban. Durban's always
a good
fire.
one.
It's always fire there.
Nice land race. Well, moving on a little bit, what we got next?
Yeah, well, I'll put a link to that if you guys want to read the rest of it. It just goes through a whole bunch of strains that are all like hypey and everything. I thought this was kind of interesting. This dude in Maine, because Maine has legalized. Yeah, Lane has legalized marijuana. Tongue
Lane
twister.
has legalized marijuana.
And this dude, Lieutenant Tim Cotton's with the Bangor Police Department, he took over their social media page. And he, I don't want to sign up for your newsletter. Advising people about the policy change, discussing the ban on cannabis use among law enforcement, sprinkling in a few stoner stereotypes, and seemingly sympathizing with tobacco consumers who face their own restrictions. He said he's been, quote, inundated with incoming questions about what's allowed in the new retail market. They says Maine voters legalized weed through a ballot initiative in 2016, but it took until last week to actually implement the commercial sales component. They say it's a significant delay in bringing a retail market online compared to California, Massachusetts, and Nevada, which also legalized for adult use on the same day 4 years ago. Cotton recommended that people read up on the state statutes for any questions they might have, or to ask, quote, your friendly and professional purveyor of marijuana. In any case, the lieutenant took the opportunity. It means, like, go ask the weed shops. Like, stop asking me. I'm just a cop.
Stop asking me.
It's like, I don't care. In any case, the lieutenant took the opportunity presented by incoming cannabis-related inquiries to run the gamut on marijuana policy in his post. While it might not have been especially informative on the nuances of the market rules, the comments section is filled with people thanking him for the lively dialogue.
You know, isn't it his job, though, to tell people what the law is?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about like what cops are really actually like liable to do for the public, and it's really not much. So I don't know, man. I don't. It's a tough one. I like he said, I already snack like a 70s stoner, and I've been known to partake in both Hostess cupcakes and sweet chili Doritos within the same half-hour period. Years of black coffee and stale donuts have made my stomach both larger and cast iron. I don't even need to chew Tums or Rolaids after a road trip that is littered with empty bags of delightful and deep-fried tubers. What's a tuber?
I don't know.
Just like a
I was
tornado?
gonna say, I don't eat sweet chili Doritos.
Oh, I don't either. Cool Ranch or
Yeah,
I don't
Cool
really
Ranch, bro.
eat chips much these days.
Yeah, I don't much.
What's a tuber? Like a tornado? Is that
What's a tornado?
like one of them little fried things that have shit in them, like stuff? I don't know.
You just take a shit in the fucking tortilla and fry it?
It's shit, literal shit in a tortilla. Shut up. Mountain Dew and Whoppers containing self-installed banana peppers because the king really doesn't supply those burgers exactly my way.
What?
This guy's so weird.
Wait, what the fuck did he just say?
On personal use and police policy, he says, this is not me complaining about the fact that cops can't partake in recreational marijuana usage. It's merely me advising you to avoid passing the fatty to the cop who happens to be standing between you and the next person, your, quote, therapy group at the next fish festival. It's best if we don't become involved in the ritual of passing of the happy salad to your friend Kevin, even though he has really short arms ever since he has been lifting heavy. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Whoppers containing self-installed banana peppers because the king.
Look at this article, man.
I don't know. Who the fuck wrote this?
The dude. These are quotes from this interview.
Did he
from the
smoke
thing he
weed
posted
before he had an interview and he was like,
No, he's explaining why he can't.
Fucking Burger King needs self-installing banana peppers on the burgers. Like that's a complete stoned as fuck thought right there. Like, what does self-installed banana peppers mean?
I don't know. Like you install them yourself. I don't know. Oh, because Burger King doesn't get his order right, so he has to put the peppers on himself. That's gotta be it.
They don't have peppers.
Well, maybe that's why. He brings.
What does self-installing mean?
It means he brings his own peppers and he installs them on the burger himself. That's gotta be it. All right, I'm sorry. I'll put a link to this in the show notes, hotbox.earth. You can read it, I guess, if you want. I thought the post was amusing myself, but I guess it didn't translate very well to the podcast.
No, it was great. I just didn't understand. Like, his interview is so weird. Like, what is wrong with this man?
This is in Jacksonville, Florida, happening. It says a push is underway in Jacksonville City Council to allow police the option of issuing a civil citation rather than making an arrest for possessing small amounts of the weed. Councilman Garrett Dennis first proposed a similar bill in 2019 that was ultimately shot down by the council, but Dennis said he thinks some of his fellow council members may be more open to the idea now. He says, hopefully this time the city will be able to move forward and be progressive enough to say, if nothing else, financially, it's costing our city too much money. He said Ordinance 2020-620 would create a civil citation within the city code that would allow officers to issue a civil citation to someone in possession of 20 grams or less of the weed stuff. Currently, possessing 20 grams or less in Florida is a first-degree misdemeanor under State Statute 893.13. So there are a lot of implications for someone having just a small amount of weed. He says he's spoken to locals who have been impacted by arrests for small possession. He said, it's not about marijuana, it's about people. We're destroying people's lives when they are found with small amounts of weed. He said if the bill passes, officers would be able to save time and answer more important calls. Interesting. Rather than spending hours arresting, transporting, and booking someone. So, kind of helpful, I guess, if you live in Florida. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit, but I see that in NPA, which I believe is no party, had like 71% or something. They were just like, yeah, we're okay with it. That's funny.
That's pretty sweet. In Missouri, they're opening dispensaries and just waiting for the weed now, I guess. So if you live there, you'll be able to go in and buy weed as soon as there's weed to buy. I like that they're putting them in like strip malls, I guess, there, like where Starbucks and kind of stuff would be. They put the weed shop in. Kind of reminds me of South Park, where they have like the weed shop. You hop on your balls to go get your weed. State of Missouri approved medical marijuana users, growers, laboratories, and dispensaries earlier this year. A backlog, though, has kept product from arriving yet at the stores. But owners expect product any day now. So, as a state licensed labs began testing Missouri-grown weed last month.
Canadip, what is that?
Canadip? Where do you see that?
In one of the pictures on the site.
I don't know.
That's cool.
It's a pretty nice looking dispensary, though.
Yeah, it looks nice. Just needs pot.
It's crazy too. Like, it says that they legalized 2 years ago, and they're still like no for medical.
Really?
And there's still no weed. They were the 33rd state to legalize weed as a medicine, so just medical. 60 licenses to grow, 86 to make marijuana-infused products, and 192 for dispensaries is how many they issued.
Seems like a lot of dispensaries.
Yeah, no, it's dope, though.
It is.
I guess it says that currently the shop that they're talking about in the article, Bliss, they're only selling CBD products. So once the weed happens and they get through the backlog and everything, then it'll be up and running.
Well, in search and seizures, what's our first one, Mr. Matthew?
Oh, this one's crazy. This was like big time.
By the way, show's going a little long, so it's dab time.
Okay, dab again. This was Operation Rolling Thunder, law enforcement blitz along... No, I don't want to sign up, dog. I told you.
I don't want to sign up.
I already told you. Rolling Thunder, a bunch of officers on Interstate 85 and Interstate 26. They seized 102 pounds of weed, 2 pounds of meth, and more than 2 pounds of wax, a bunch of guns, and more. If you look at the picture there, you kind of see what they got. And they said people initially, of course, pulled over for traffic violations, as the MO usually is. He says most were from out of town, so... If you got out of town plates,
I had to go get
keep an eye out. They said they dropped their product off here. We're not their trash dump. And listen, when they drop those things off here, they're not just selling it. They're selling it, but they're also selling it to people who live and work with us and know us and we love. So stop doing meth, people that we love. And weed.
That's a lot of weed, though. 28 arrests for that? That's a lot. And 2 pounds of meth. That's a lot of meth, I think.
It's a lot of traffic stops, though. Like, that's that's a lot. Boone County, Arkansas, they got $1 million in weed and edibles in Boone County.
In the weed.
289 pounds of processed marijuanas. 176 pounds of THC edibles and wax, all they say valued around $836,476. They also seized 3 vehicles. You can see in the picture there. Look like some Mustangs and a Charger and a Jeep. A couple of 4-wheelers. Living that good life.
Yeah, it was.
Good country boys.
Yep. 190 grand worth of vehicles, all-terrain vehicles, about 12 Gs, and motorcycles, 67 firearms.
Damn.
And like $6,400 in cash. So.
Damn, that's a lot of firearms. You should not have firearms and weed together.
A large seizure.
Yeah, it is. Damn.
The investigation revealed that a large number of marijuana and edibles containing THC were being transported from other states to Boone County. The edible seized included hundreds of packages of THC products that were commercially packaged to mimic gummy-type candies.
Interesting.
In some cases, authorities found these edibles in local schools.
Oh, interesting. How did those get there? Damn. I mean, you gotta figure, like, kids have the internet these days. We didn't have the internet growing up, so we did that kind of stuff later in life. Like, kids these days have all of this information. Like, dog, they know what edibles are. Like, they just trying to vibe too. That's all. They just trying to vibe. No, for real though, if you have edibles, like keep that shit away from your kids. At least your little kids. All right. I think that's it. Hotboxpodcast.com, hotbox.earth. Check it out. Definitely make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to watch these after the fact, or at least stare at our logo while you listen.
You can listen to it on YouTube. We're gonna get the video soon.
We're also on Spotify, Stitcher, Google, and Apple Podcasts, of course. And yeah, come hang out if you're not already in the Discord. There's a link right on the main page there at hotbox.earth. It says Discord. Just hit that and it'll bring you in. And then, come say hey. We're here all week just hanging out in the chat. And then, of course, we have the subreddit, rdabs, over there on reddit.com. So check that out and post up some dab videos and stuff. Like, bring that shit back. I want to see more dab videos. Hell yeah. Grand Vint, always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Very, very, very awesome. Always being down here.
We got a movie night or anything coming up?
You know what? Somebody was suggesting, what was it? The Emotions movie?
Emoji movie?
No.
Oh.
It was, it was like the Emotions one where there's like, each person has a different emotion or something like that.
Inside Out?
Inside Out, I think it was.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
I watch that with the kid all the time. She likes that one.
Somebody suggested that, so maybe
that's
that.
a
I don't know. Maybe I'll
weird
do a movie
movie.
night if you guys all want to. We'll see.
Inside Out's dope. You ever watched Inside Out on K?
Oh, weed.
Oh, weed, man. All right, thanks for listening, y'all. We'll talk to you next Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Bye.
See ya.
Go.